Oh, sorry. We're talking sleepers. Welcome back to the Dynasty Nerds YouTube page. I am Garret Price, and I'm excited to talk a few sleepers. Actually, more than a few. We've got 6. That's right, 6 sleepers that I want to talk about right now in your rookie drafts. Look, you go through your board and you're looking at guys, and as I'm going through, I'm seeing certain names available in certain areas, and it just doesn't make sense to me. And let's start off with a guy that was taken in the first round, and Xavier Legette. Yeah, wide receiver, first round pick, 32nd pick overall to the Carolina Panthers. I'm excited about this player. In the pre-draft process, he came in as my wide receiver 7, and he's falling behind guys that were taken mid to even a late second round when he was a first round pick, and he has all the raw traits and upside to be a wide receiver 1 for an NFL team. Not to mention, he has a very clear path to doing it as well on a team that's sorely needing a number 1 wide receiver. Right now, his ADP is pick 18, so that's roughly the middle of your second round. But I've seen him, even in sharp leagues with sharp dynasty managers, falling to pick 19, 20, 21. I've even seen him go as far as the first pick of the third round. A guy that goes in the first round with his ability, his size, his speed, his upside should not be falling that late. Absolutely, Xavier Legette is a sleeper that you should be jumping on right now. Next sleeper, we're going to go to Green Bay, and that's MarShawn Lloyd. He was one of only 4 running backs to go on day 2. This isn't a great running back class, and typically when that happens, running backs get pushed up the board. But I think we've been so hesitant on pushing running backs up the board, and rightfully so, that this time we missed the mark with MarShawn Lloyd. Pre-draft process, he was my running back 3, and he was just a stone's throw away from being the top overall guy in this class. Very, very talented running back, can do it all in the running game, in the receiving game. And look, I get why he's being pushed down boards. It's Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs, he just signed a new deal, 4-year deal. He's not going anywhere. Well, maybe, but maybe not. You look at that deal, only 1 year of that deal is really guaranteed. There's an out after that first year, so we'll see how he does, but this could easily be a situation where if Josh Jacobs doesn't have a Pro Bowl type season, that they could just say, hey, we've seen enough from MarShawn Lloyd. We would save some money by going with him. Let's wash our hands of this, move on to the next guy, and that would be MarShawn Lloyd. Next pick, we're staying in the third round, and we're going to go with Javon Baker. His ADP is roughly pick 30 right now, so we're looking right in the middle of that third round. With Javon Baker, though, I've seen his ADP. I know his ADP is there, but I've seen him picked all over the place. I'm seeing him fall even at times into the fourth round, so he's all over the place as far as value goes. And I get the hesitancy. It's not a great offense, but that's part of the reason I'm excited. It's a wide open depth chart. He's a guy that could instantly become the wide receiver 1 on a team. And look, he already has the attitude for it. He's come out and said that he doesn't believe that there's 17 wide receivers better than him in this class. And we know guys like to keep their list. Amon-Ra St. Brown kept his when he fell to the fourth. Maybe Javon Baker does the same thing. Is it risky? Sure. But what pick in the third round isn't risky? Give me a guy that could ascend and be his team's wide receiver 1 by the end of the season. This pick is probably the one of all of the picks that baffles me the most. Jermaine Burton, ADP 33, end of your third round. What? He was a third round pick that, had it not been for a couple of off the field things, some character concern things that there's always rumblings but never confirmed, he probably would have been a second round pick. And yes, you say, oh, well, it's a crowded room, blah, 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 blah. Well, not really anymore. Tyler Boyd is gone. Jamar Chase is obviously studied. He's going to be there for a while, but T. Higgins has demanded a trade. He's playing on the franchise tag. So there's a good chance that really the only established receiving option on this team starting next year is a guy in Jamar Chase. And you can put Burton in the slot. You can line him up outside. He can play anywhere. He is a route runner, a winner, a guy that makes plays. This is an absolute steal for me. I'm willing to take him more than a full round above his ADP. That's how talented I believe he is. But I don't need to take him a full round above his ADP. I'll just take him in the early 30s, late 20s, get him in that early to mid third round range, and I will scoop up that value on Jermaine Burton all day long. Let's go a little bit later to some deeper sleepers. We got 2 running backs. And in fact, they were picked back-to-back in the NFL draft. The first one, Rasheen Ali, running back, Baltimore Ravens. A guy that we don't know as much about. A lot of these other guys played at big-time schools and for big-time programs. Rasheen Ali, he played at Marshall, smaller school, but man, every season he played, he put up numbers. And you want a guy that has a 3-down skill set, that's Rasheen Ali. He was one of the better receiving backs in this class. And when he puts his foot in the ground and goes, he can get upfield in a hurry. Love this kid. And I actually surprisingly love the landing spot. I know, Baltimore Ravens, we've got Derrick Henry there. He's not going to play above Derrick Henry. I'm not saying that he's going to play above Derrick Henry. But is he going to get some sort of role this season? Probably so. And this is more than likely Derrick Henry's last or second to last season. And he's not always been the picture of health. We've seen some times where he's been a little banged up, missed some games due to injury. Later in your career, that tends to happen more and more. Could get a shot, and on a team that loves to run the football. Rasheen Ali is a very sneaky get in the 5th round. His ADP right now, 53. That's right. So you're getting him in the early 5th round. Super, super good value. I'm all about that all day for a guy like Rasheen Ali. Last but not least, I have no idea where this guy's ADP is. On Sleeper, he's being picked as the 2,000th something player. All these other guys are in the 300s and 400s. No, 2,000 something. Basically, he's off the board, but that's Tyrone Tracy. He was picked just 1 pick later than Rasheen Ali in the NFL draft. Sleeper is sleeping on this one, and in most leagues, guys are not savvy enough to have their own big board, so they quickly forget about guys like Tyrone Tracy. You can easily come in your 5th round, scoop up some value on a depth chart that's weak at best at running back right now since the departure of Saquon Barkley. So I love the Tyrone Tracy pick. He's the last guy I'm grabbing in almost every single draft.